Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mention. I thought I come back to make those discourse about the spiritual ascension process, transcendental psychology, this law of one, and it's not a very high energy day for me, but I thought to come anyway and make this video. I wanted to address a few subjects. It's a bit different kind of subject today, and what I want to say is that all that I know is that what God has shown me, what God has revealed to me, and all that I don't know is what God is hiding from me. For we are all God. We are all this essence of divinity that is studying himself, herself, itself eternally, so it never forget itself or himself or herself. And so we are moving through all kinds of process in order to investigate all the possibilities of being all those things that we go through, all those states of being. And for I know my mission here is to realize God in human form, which is no small task. It is, and then as a side effect to free the world and to reveal that, to express that, to change many things. By when God activates that within me, I can activate that within all the light workers, and slowly but surely it will snowball into the whole humanity. Will realize that this God self and align with the highest good of all, and we'll move quickly into this higher civilization. I'm going to discuss that a bit down the road. I wanted to say that the Elohims created this physical body. It's a divine. It was quite divine originally. It's just we went through we done graces, we degraces through the dimensions. We started from the 12th dimension, and slowly but surely we digressed into this third dimensional physical realm. But it is held together by elemental beings, and although this physical energy is made of 4 great elements: the earth, the fire, the water, and the air. The life the physical biological life is held together by the energy of the 5 elements. The 5 elements I hold within each of the visceras, and they're revealed by the science of the acupuncture. And the human body is created like a temple. It is created as a universe. There is the celestial spheres, there is the cosmic sphere, there is the earth sphere, and then there is the subconscious below. And so we want to align that. We want to live in the upper chakras as much as possible. And so we want to. There is 3 kinds of mind. There is the conscious mind. That is the conscious mind is what we think. Originally it was made perfectly balanced between the intuitive, the left, the right brain, and the rational, the rational left brain, the divine masculine and feminine. It was created originally whole, and then we separated from our intuition in order to be fully rational. Then there is the subconscious, that is all the memories of all the things that we've been through in this life and past life, but it also holds all the imaginary process everything that we envision, and it's just as real to the subconscious as everything that's been actually happening in physical plane. So we need to clear that up. We need to clear negative pattern from the subconscious, and eventually turn to the superconscious, that is the wisdom that comes from the divine mind, the alpha, the gamma state, the gamma frequency. We want to develop emotional intelligence to bring balance, and in order to harmonize those two aspects of ourselves. For we are moving from becoming into being, and so it's been a long and difficult process. What we seek is to quiet our mind, because the mind is really what distracts us. The mind, we have to move towards the heart, because once we find this peace of mind, we find joy within our heart. There is a tool that the Archangel Michael has taught us to use, is the Excalibur. Whenever you don't see clearly something, you just wave the Excalibur in front of you, and it will bring clarity to situation. It will bring the light into situation. It is the blue light of truth, the blue light of power. And you ask for a peaceful resolution with the forgiveness, but you want to see clearly, you just gotta wave this sword. Michael will lend you his sword. And Also saying that we in many lifetimes, when we came to reveal higher truths, we had the role of martyrs. We've been martyrized. We were oppressed because this truth wasn't part of the programming, and so it was. But now it is no longer this role that we came to play. We came to reveal the truth without having to be oppressed by the forces that are opposing that. Because this light is now, as we move into this new age, this higher light is dominant. My personal truth is the truth of God, that which is revealed by God, but also of the archangels, of the ascended masters, of the Elohim, of the angels, of the company of heaven, of the it is a truth that is we unified in this collective field of consciousness. For this is already so much to unify with. Even if we cannot fully unify with the world around us, we can already unify with the greater universe. We can call on the planetary logo and connect to the crystalline grid already. The Lord Buddha, the Lord Sanat Kumara, those beings are holding those frequency of unity and love and light for the whole planet. They're already here in assistance. We're looking for this unity consciousness. It means interacting with entities that are working in the state of totality. It's also the state of totality. We're looking for the universe as a totality. We're looking for to discover ourselves as a totality. Understanding also that fear is no longer needed. We got to find and discover love. Those who stay in fear will eventually join us in this love, but not all are ready for that. And it is sometimes difficult to let go of the pain and suffering and the struggle, because we're so used to it, and there is a sharp attraction to that. But slowly but surely we won't be able to return to that. There is new energies that will come to harmonize us. I wanted to speak about the Earth Day for the United Nations. It's declared every day. There was like the Day of the Cat, the Day of the Woman, and there was the Earth Day. For every day should be a Day of the Woman. Every day should be a day of the... Even the cats, they can have every day for them, for the day for everybody to celebrate the cats. But the Earth should be celebrated every day. We are living on this most beautiful planet, and she's the mother. She's not... there is many species that are going extinct right now, that human beings have created systems where the deforestation and so on. So just send them love. So even if they have to leave, they know that they have been loved. They are loved before they leave, and after the ascension, most of them will be reintegrated into the format. When we look at certain television channel with naturalists, or they show like the natural world, and this is an amazing innocence, an amazing diversity and beauty in nature that is on this planet. That's quite amazing. It's so beautiful. It's so it is this God self that is unfolding. For no animals can represent God, but when you look at the totality of the realm of the animal kingdom, there is so much diversity that it creates a whole that we can recognize, and every animal has its own star connection. There are certain things that we will see in our incarnation, or the things that we won't see in this incarnation, but as internal being, we'll see the whole process. Sometimes we have to wait in between lifetimes to review our life and to see what is the real cause of effect. But there's many things that we're going to see in our own lifetime that will be an amazing breakthrough. Right now there is the sea is rising, so a lot of coasts are in danger. The poles are melting. It is part of the process of ascension of the planet. They're not going to stop it. We got to stop destroying the planet, polluting the planet, but we're not going to stop the heating up of the planet. It is the Earth's core, the core of the Earth that's heating up. And right now there is a process. Spiritual spirit is working to clean up the bottom of the ocean. That's what the cleaning up has to start, and so this will create some earth shift on the surface. What's happening with our clairvoyance aspect is that our eyes can become like telescopes. We're going to be able to see a lot farther, to look through the eyes of God. When we open our third eye and fourth eye, we are able to look through many eyes, and we can see so many things. So we do not want to have attachment. We want to get used to looking this new aspect and allow the God self that is within you. For we have it is very important to understand you have God within you, and it is really what you need to follow. Don't follow what I'm saying. I'm just offering guidance, but follow what your own intuition, your own heart, what your own spirit Spirit itself is guiding you, is leading you, will offer you the highest of all information. The choices whether we choose the limitation of the past, or we choose the freedom of this new ground, of this new experience. Yeah, in terms of this Earth Day, just wanted to return. I'm gonna pull a few cards. I wanted to say that we need to appreciate as much as possible, to have the gratitude for our Mother Earth. When I see ecologists speak of the planets, they're well intended, so I do not criticize them, but they feel like the Earth is something mechanical. They make this prediction, is like 10 years, 20 years, 100 years, but we don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow, so how can they predict 100 years? And they believe that this planet we live in is a mechanical thing, when it's actually a living being, and so there will be many there is a great deal of intelligence within the planet, and it is also good to learn to boycott any product or corporation that are abusing the planet. I've been doing that for many years. Certain products I will stay away from, because I know they're very toxic for the planet, and I don't want to give them energy. It's not about criticizing them, it's just by boycotting them. I'm looking forward to return to the connection of nature, to be able to spend 2 weeks in my foot on the ground, on the sand or on the beach or somewhere. It's like 2 weeks vacation. I haven't taken vacation in years, but I'm looking forward to that, to be able to reconnect to nature for at least 2 weeks, where I'll be able to be completely connected. I will complete my healing process. I'm sure of that, but in a sense I'm much more comfortable in the cities. I've been living a long time in Paris, in New York, in LA, many years. It's in Denver, in Miami. It's like all those places. It's like I'm very comfortable in the cities, and this is where most of my work in the cultural level will be done. But it is good to balance out and to still stay connected to the world, the nature realm, the realm of nature. What we want to do is to love our true self without fear, because sometimes there's so many hidden. What are we gonna find? It's like, so we're comfortable within our comfort zone, so we need to allow ourselves to let it go. Eventually we'll move into the understanding of a global family. We are going to be one global family. And for that, I believe this unification of the world will be happening through the Chinese. What they're building in the world is like they're already preparing that, this global community. For China is the most populated country in the world, and so they're really. And Spirit was saying it's like in Shanghai, life is really good. There's really good living there. I know I will have to work in Beijing as well, but there's a bit of pollution there. But there's a very powerful. Every country's got. My project is a global project, so I want to interact with every culture. Every culture's got so much wealth, so much to share within the contribution of the creation of this global culture. Every nation has an history, and and they do not know all the treasure they have within themselves. Once we realize that, we will be able to move from level 0, which is the level we are on now, to a level 1 civilization, a unified civilization. Eventually we'll move into level 2 civilization. We'll create a star nation. We'll be able to reunite to the other civilization of our solar system, understanding that all human beings are created divine. They all have this divinity within themselves, but all extraterrestrial also have that. We are part of this greater family, and then it will expand throughout the Milky Way galaxy, to greater and greater communities. We'll connect to the other star nations around us. We'll be moving into level 3. For there are about 100 billion evolutive planet in this galaxy and the peripheral galaxies in our galactic cluster. 100 billion. 1,000 billion planets is what's been revealed from the Urantia book. But and then there are billions of celestial worlds that are even more incredible, that will remain invisible until we raise ourselves to a much greater level. From an astrological point of view, there is this opposition of Pluto and the North Node. So Pluto is the Lord of transformation, and North Node is the future in Capricorn and Cancer. So that will shift the process, because the Cancer, the North Node, is moving us towards the inner world, and the Capricorn is moving towards the organization of society. So there is a great deal of transformation. And this year there is Saturn is coming into the mix with the South Node over there, and next year will be even more pivotal, because Jupiter is going to come in. So there's going to be even more power, more transformation next year, but we need to get ready this year. The highest wisdom for us today is to get rid of our doubts. This is the highest wisdom, to let go of all doubts. What we need to understand is success. What we need to do is rest. We need to rest. For it is a time, because of this opposition of the North Node and Pluto, there's a lot of pressure and stress. So we need to relax as much as possible, not to put too much pressure on yourself right now, no matter what the mind is asking. It is good to allow yourself the ability to rest. And the outcome will be complementarity. We're going to find ourselves to be a piece of a puzzle that fits within the whole eventually. We want to stay as neutral as possible, let the heart lead the way and not the intellect, so that we can build new strengths, because the intellect is really will not lead us outside of the matrix. It's very difficult to see right now all the weaving that is happening within society, for there is so much that is going on, and so it's very difficult. We never see we have subjective perceptions, but it is not so we want to trust and allow ourselves to move into new knowledge every day that we receive from our dreams, our meditation, our insight. And we cannot be responsible for other people's choice, no matter how painful they may be. So it is about letting them be, and they will awaken when it's time for them to awaken, and not to follow the opinion of others, to follow your own soul and spirit, your own intuition, so that you can heal your soul, your spirit, your soul, and your body have to come in alignment. And to see how does the desire drives our life. It is our beliefs and desire that creates our reality. So when you have a desire, those desire, it's an ego desire. Is it in alignment with the soul? If it's in alignment with the soul, it is coming. It means there is great joy and happening. This will be happening. If it is not, it's good to see how the body and soul feels in relationship to those desires. So you don't waste time in something that will not be happening. But if your soul, your true desires are aligned with your soul, know that it's all in the works. It will be coming. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. This painting is about the home. It's about the 0 point. It's the zero dimension that holds all the 12 dimensions together. We'll come to realize scientifically that we live in a dark matter universe. From the dark matter emerge matter and antimatter, and that creates the many dimensions that are existing. And we're locked into this third, fourth dimension, but we'll eventually move into the fifth dimension and discover the 0 point, at which moment we will be able to learn how to draw on energy. It's like drawing on energy from the void, and create anything from that energy. It's going to be a completely new level of technological resolution that we're going to come into understanding when we discover this 0 point that is the home. It's a home. Everything is held together by this sound. It's an eternal home. So it's also part of the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Hum Hum Hum. It's a very peaceful sound that we can use as a mantra, like the mantra 0010110, and those are key codes. But this painting is symbol of the home, and it holds the crown chakra. It opens up to the higher planes, and it's from the Metacosmic painting of 2008, and this is from 2006. It's part of the trilogy. This is a portrait of a woman I knew, and this is called The Gift. And those are very personal, but they're very mysterious painting. It's the first piece, and I showed the third piece yesterday, and maybe tomorrow I'll show the piece in the middle. That's very it's like a blank canvas. And I'm going to pull one more card just from the Akash, and today is the Navels. It's the vessels, the navire. The vessels, it's about exploration, it's about going into this adventure. We don't know what's going to be happening when we go into this adventure, but we trust and we go, and then we'll make discoveries. And so it's about connecting to the ocean as well. And I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to finish with a song. It's a French song. I didn't know what to sing. It's about this song of Edith Piaf. It says, I have no regrets, basically. It goes like this. Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. Ni le bien qu'on m'a fait, ni le mal. Tout ça m'est bien égal. Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. C'est payé, balayé, oublié. Je me fous du passé. Avec mes souvenirs, j'ai allumé le feu. Mes chagrins, mes plaisirs, je n'ai plus besoin de balayer les amours avec leur trémolo. Balayer pour toujours, je repars à zéro. Non, rien de rien, non, je ne regrette rien, ni le mal qu'on m'a fait, ni le bien, tout ça m'est bien égal. Non, rien de rien, non, je ne regrette rien. Car ma vie, car mes joies, aujourd'hui, elles commencent avec toi. Really nice song. It's about let's clean up the past and let's start fresh today. And it's like everything is like the good and the bad. Let's forget it all. Let's just start fresh today. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you a wonderful day. I'm very glad to see we passed 3,000 subscribers. And so I thank you for liking, subscribing if you haven't done that yet, to share, to comment, and to like, and I will return hopefully with some good news really soon. For the life is always about connecting, focusing on the good news until they manifest. For there is amazing potential in that's always before us, but so we have to allow the heart to show us, because the mind will try to distract us from this highest good. Thank you very much, Salat.